A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the top.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Toss sweep right. Hard running there. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Allard. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. And he's going to be just short of the first down. He's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Got a man. It's Frazier.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
The Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowout.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's in open space downfield. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Pena. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Quickly to the flat wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They're looking to throw on second and short. The sure hands, it's Branch. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
The Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's dealt. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
They take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Allard. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Crosses to 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up with the completion.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. The tag. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Allard. Throws to the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Looking downfield very late in the half. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Throws for the tight end. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets a block. Seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Allard. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
That's caught. It's Frazier. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over ULM. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking for a crease to the left. And the Nittany Lions pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Grab near the marker, it's Hudson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now, early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. It's Ross. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
seconds short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Pressure coming. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Pulls it in. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense. They're turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Aller. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Corners are going to bail. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter play with the score, Georgia 31, Penn State 0.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. Turning it on. Lowers those pads. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to
Touchdown, Georgia! Fitted in the window for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it past the marker. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And that's got to be a big-time break because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.